Hey guys, this is Jack, and welcome to my Apple Media Event coverage recap video. And today's April 8th, and Apple announced their iPhone OS 4.0. They demoed it. They allowed developers to have a dev pre-release version to test out and to kind of get the hang of it and develop new applications for it. So a few statistics before we begin. There are 450,000 iPads sold through today, 600,000 iBook downloads, 3.5 million iPad apps downloaded, and I think there are over 185,000 applications in the App Store, but there are only 3,500 iPad exclusive apps, like iPad only apps. Um, so Steve Jobs began the keynote by demoing a few applications that developers have made, like an accordion application, ABC player, comics, things like that. And he gives a few statistics like Apple, the iPhone has 64% U.S. mobile browser usage in the market share, and 50 million iPhones sold, 85,000 million iPod and iPhone sold. Um, so this OS, the new OS, is available in summer 2010, which is a few months from now, and the iPad version is available in fall. So there's no tentative date for that as of yet. And there are 100 new user features, and he was only able to cover 7 tentpole features. So let's begin. Multitasking. That was the first tentpole feature. And multitasking is really cool because the way they did it is actually kind of very elegant, per se. And they did it by basically adding this little dock interface for every application. And every application, you just kind of, you can kind of, there's this little interface that looks like a dock on the bottom, and there's these little icons of applications that are running in the background, and you can just basically select which one you want to use. You can just go there and then pick Mail or Safari or a game, and even save the game state, so it pauses the game for you if you're going to multitask with the game, and it does it for emails and web browsers and other applications. So it's really kind of cool. Um, Moving on, he also called in Scott Forstall to kind of say how he did it on the developer side of things. And Scott Forstall announced 7 new multitasking APIs, and I'm just gonna go over them in a list because I don't have time to kind of go over every single one. And oops, technical difficulties. Okay, I got it. Actually, I got it. So there's background audio. So applications like Pandora will be able to play music in the background um, without being interrupted, and you can multitask that application. Voice over IP. Applications like Skype will have a new kind of interface, like this red little bar at the top that allows you to use it. Background location. There's 2 types of background locations. There's the GPS for GPS applications, and there's a cell tower background location for social networking applications. There's also push notifications, local notifications, and task completion and fast app switching. So basically now you can host your own push notifications. You don't have to depend on Apple's push server to push over notifications. Um, and task completion. So some apps that take a while to complete a task, for example, uploading an image through TweetDeck. Although TweetDeck already has a background processes type of thing that allows you to upload a tweet in the background, and now you can just do that in the background. So 7 new multitasking APIs for developer. And second template is folders, or folder as it was folders. If you just drag an application, for now, all you have to do is you just tap on the application and hold it to make the applications wiggle, and you drag the applications over to another application on top, and it will automatically create a folder of those 2 applications. You can add more stuff to the folder, and you can name the folder and also put the folders in your dock. So now you can have a dock for news apps, entertainment apps, video playing apps, gaming apps. So now you can have a total of 2,160 applications instead of the usual 180. That's a lot of applications. And again, I'm really happy because there's now a unified inbox, which I predicted yesterday, and it came true. Yay! So there's new unified inbox. You can have multiple Exchange accounts, MobileMe, Yahoo. You can organize everything by thread, and you can also download attachments through another application. So you can open an attachment and open it with another application. For example, Goodreader. That's a good example, which I reviewed yesterday. So going over again, you have unified inbox, multiple exchange accounts, fast inbox switching, threaded messages, and open attachments with other apps. iBooks is also coming to iPhone. It's basically a downsized version. You can only view one page, I believe. I don't think there's enough pixelage to view two pages on the landscape mode, like you can do with the iPad. So, you know, sync page and bookmarks, buy once, read anywhere, the usual stuff. Enterprise, there's not really much. There's just better data protection, multiple exchange accounts, Exchange Server 2 down 2010, new VPN, wireless app distribution, a lot of boring stuff for regular consumers like you and me. But I'll put an image to I'll put an image picture in picture or something like that too for those of you that are interested. So Game Center, there are 50,000 titles for the iPhone platform, and there's 4,321 for Nintendo DS and 2,477 for PSP. And the iPhone has over 50,000. That's more than 10 times the DS and over, I don't know, 200 times the PSP. And that's a lot of gaming titles. There's this new social networking that Apple has created for games, and you can have leaderboards, matchmaking, achievements. So basically, it's like Open Feint and other, like in the current Pocket God application, for example. It's kind of like that, but it's for every game, and you don't have to. Sometimes people use different systems and things like that. So I add mobile advertising. It's a 60-40 split for developers. 60% goes to developers, 40% goes to Apple for them to host, because it takes money to host the application, the advertisements. The advertisements will be better, like in terms of quality. There's better interaction and better emotion. It's built in iPhone OS, so that's really cool. And apps keep you in your app, so you don't have to go to a separate app. It won't link to the App Store and get you out of the application to buy the app. You can buy the app in the ad. That's more interaction. Emotion, there's games. There's more interaction. There's wallpapers and videos you can show. Little mini games. A little game kit, maps, map location API. So if it's a movie, you can show the movie. You can show when the movie comes out, which theaters it will be in, and awesome things like that. So it's a lot of integration of all the core APIs into one awesome platform. And he demoed a few advertisements. Sorry, not applications from like Target, Nike, yeah. So developers, that kind of concludes it, and developers can start testing it now. And it comes to the iPhone 3GS and iPod Touch 3rd generation in the summer. And Steve Jobs drew a line: the iPhone 3G and the iPod Touch 2nd generation and below will not be able to run stuff like multitasking. So I think that Apple will include iPhone OS 4.0 for stuff like threaded email and multiple exchange accounts, small stuff like that. That's really basically software related, and stuff like multitasking and things like that. That will be in the iPhone 3GS and iPod Touch 3rd generation only. So iPhone 3G owners and iPod Touch owners will probably, I'm not sure, will probably still get the iPhone OS 4.0. You'll just get a version that's kind of censored, and you can't use multitasking and the other hardware related features. For iPad OS, that's really a sad face because we won't be able to get it till fall, and that's a really long wait. But for now, we can gloat to you guys about having a bigger screen. We have iBooks, which you guys don't have, and we have iPad application, which you guys don't have. I'm talking to iPhone owners and iPod Touch owners. For me, I'll be able to get that update really soon, at the same time everyone else will, because I have an iPod Touch still. And yeah, so that concludes the video, a recap video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I recorded it 3 times already, so maybe it's shorter this time. Thanks guys for watching. Please follow me on Twitter. I am twitter.com/beautifulcode. And also follow my 2 YouTube channels, Snow Leopard 2008 and The iPad Reviewer. Thanks guys.